In order to make your Google form a quiz, you first have to enter in all of your questions with your answer choices. Then you'll go up here to Settings, click on Quizzes, and make this a quiz. You can decide if you want to immediately release the grades after the students submit their answers, or if you would like to release the grades later after manual review. I use the later when there are fill in the blank or short answer questions. If it's just a multiple choice, like a reading comprehension or something like this, I'll do the immediately after each submission because there's nothing that I physically have to check. Another thing I do is collect email addresses so that I know who each answer belongs to, and limit to one response. Then you can click on Save. And once you do that, you can click on each question and scroll down here to the answer key. When you click on that, you can then designate how many points you want each one to be, and then you'll choose the correct answer. Once you do that, I'll click in the preview window to see what it would look like. So this is what it looks like for your students when they're taking this quiz. It shows them their email address, how many points each question is, then it'll give the question text, and then the answer choices. So if they click the correct answer and submit it, after they've done that, they can view their score, and it shows them the questions and which ones they got correct, how many points they got, and things like that. Now, since I have already answered this question, I can come see what the students' responses were. So when I go to the Response tab, it shows the total points distribution, so 1 out of 1, because I got that one correct, what each student's score was, and then it gives a breakdown in a graph of how many people answered correctly and what percent and how many people answered incorrectly. I can also come to the Individual tab to see how an individual student did on each answer. If I release the score, it will send them an email with their score on the quiz. Now, after you've made the answer key, I can come back here and edit the question by just clicking on Edit Question. And I could switch the answers around if I wanted. I can, edit the question however I want. One thing I also recommend is that making each question be required by clicking on that so that a student can't just skip questions if they don't know the answer. At least then they would have to take a guess on them.